Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and we are back again talking about some more Rippaverse detractors. And before we get started, of course, as I always say, never interact, never communicate, never post on any of these people's Twitters or YouTubes or any type of social media that I'm going to be showing on this video. But I'd like to apologize to my viewers for having the most unintelligent haters and detractors of my own on YouTube, because they felt the need to go ahead and send a hate raid to my Twitch channel. And of course I do have it back. I got it back within less than 24 hours, I would say, because of course I appealed it and won. So, but with that being said, I don't have to tolerate any of these people that associate with you. I don't have to tolerate anything you say, but you want to openly expose yourself and talk behind my block saying you're happy that I'm back and you can't wait to come back to my stream and essentially do it again, because these are the type of people that you are. So I say you openly admitting you want to harass my community on Twitch again. So once again, showing how much of a disgusting POS you are. I guess that's your best strategy, is to harass me until I shut up. Go fuck yourself. You'll never silence me. This guy somehow on a tirade of oh, he's restreaming and whatever, right? Because his thought process was, I got suspended from Twitch because of simulcasting, which I showed him essentially that even if I was doing that, even if they could prove that I was doing that, one, why do you care? Why are you being a snitch? Two, I would get a warning before I'd actually get suspended for simulcasting. But all in all, I would say it said I got hateful conduct is what I got, and I got it appealed. Shout out to 210LG. Please go check him out on YouTube and Twitter. Good dude, makes good music, good dude overall. That little clown may want to make sure he's careful. Didn't Twitch put out a policy in place about an out-of-sight harassment? You know, he obviously posted it. We got Nightwing MSK, again, shout out, follow him, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter. People on Full Blast dumb. Nimbus, what's his problem with you streaming to multiple sites? People do it all the time. Hell, people stream to YouTube, Rumble, Locals, and Odyssey all the time at the same time regularly. Basically because it breaks TOS on Twitch, and of course people like that are from that community want to be snitches, of course, if I was doing that. That's the whole thing. But they claimed that that's why I got suspended, which was incorrect. It was a mass flagging campaign from the Fats and their fans that decided to be little cultists and do that. So, but, you know, can't stop the campaign, can't stop nothing. This is, of course, 2.119 million in sales, 11,514 cover A sold, 11,931 cover B sold, 3,759 cover C sold, 2,049 cover D sold, with over 2,000 books donated, 17,714 total purchasers. Of course, I got people from that community trying to shame me still, because that's all they have now. All they have is these weirdo shame tactics, is SJW type of shame tactics where they try to shame you out of your opinion, they try to shame you for being a fan of something, they try to shame you out of your hobbies. They literally just try to shame you until you essentially become demoralized and just give in to nonsense. But this person who posts on a community post that I put out asking people, saying make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, which I'm going to say here, anyone who's watching this, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Why do you have links to Streamlabs? Are you a brokey? Essentially repeating and regurgitating the same shit that I always say, because I always call people brokey for not being able to afford a $35 comic, even though they claim to have all this money and all this success. Why are you complaining about a $35 comic? You want to criticize it, go ahead and pay for it, rather than being a loser and pirating it. I said you should probably ask your cult leaders, and this person claims that I need to answer their question, which I'm not in any position to have to answer your question. I don't really care. You're doing this know you nonsense by calling me fat, right? Because I called your cult leaders fat, you're just essentially going to regurgitate it back to me, and then do this whole know you mentality that 5-year-olds do when they're in kindergarten. Tell the fats, yeah. So again, another you're fat comment, which is another one of those know you. You have no power here. No one cares what you're saying over here. We just sit back, I read comments, and we all laugh at you as viewers, and me as the YouTube channel owner. I wonder how much this kid got bullied for his numerous speech impediments and very obvious autism over his life. Again, you get no likes, you get no love, you lose. So what you're doing here, again, is yet another shame tactic. I don't have any of these problems. I'm sorry your tiny brain can't process accents or the way people say certain things, or if they have a simple gaffe, right? But you making fun of people that have autism, even if I did have it, which I don't, is really an insult to families and stuff like and things like that. People that have either children or siblings with autism. Now, I don't like to put it out there, but I will in this case because I know people who have siblings and children that have autism. I've actually donated money to charities that deal with autism. So for you to sit here and act like you're the good guy making fun of people that have things like autism, something I don't have, speech impediment, something I don't have, is really disgusting. It only makes you look worse. But now I'll have it on record, so if you go ahead and try to delete this comment right now, it's on video. Another 5-year-old child, because I don't have to respond really at all, but I gave them a little bit of the yawn, because that's what I do now. I don't respond to retardation like this anymore. I forgot how small communities like this can get. This is, of course, a guy. I don't know who it is. It's probably another person from that community. Could be a rando, whatever. You know, I told him at the end of it that, you know, Spider-Man's still white, by the way. Because Miles Morales is Miles Morales. So, Spider-Man's still white. And yet, I said, no one cares about Miles and his books don't sell. Shocker, you're a fake fan of stuff. I never mentioned anything about movie sales or anything like that, right? These niche nerd communities complain way too much. No, we're just passionate about the things that we like. Like, I'm a big fan of Castlevania. I'm going to talk about Castlevania stuff because that's a franchise I like, so I'm going to talk about it. So basically, that's like saying someone who likes Spider-Man, they're not allowed to talk about Spider-Man, even though they like Spider-Man. It's a stupid argument. Of course, he brings up non-facts of things I don't care about. He got it wrong, too, because according to the numbers, it only made $682 million worldwide. Never once claimed that Spider-Man wasn't a bigger IP than Castlevania. That would be silly of me to do, considering how much history Spider-Man has versus Castlevania. But, of course, he's like, oh, well, the Castlevania franchise sold over 20 million units worldwide as of 2006. We're now in 2023. Was the other 17 years that you're missing? Be angry about it. Where I said, Across the Spider-Verse made 682 million worldwide. Your math and research are way off there, but I can't expect room temperature IQ people to know how to do actual research because where's the other 13 years of sales for Castlevania? It should be 17 years. I got the years wrong. Also, I never claimed Castlevania was bigger than Spider-Man, so in 3 or so sentences, I dismantled all that you were arguing and for what. You never showed me Miles Morales sales of books, and Castlevania seems to have sold more games than Miles Morales has ever sold books. For the record, Miles Morales is Miles Morales and Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So you go do you, bro. You go do you. But shout out to Eat the Man Skyver bringing this up. So, some Rippaverse detractors and anti-Comicsgate folks running a poll. Make sure to vote for Cyberfrog. Here, it's petty but it's fun. The poll is linked in the tweet below. Which the poll is Common America versus Cyberfrog, which Cyberfrog absolutely wrecked it. And I own both Common America and Cyberfrog, so I'm a fan of both these guys. So, the fact that they're trying to bring some weird drama between the two, it's weird. Of course, they're absolutely coping about this Twitter poll and Cyberfrog winning. Ethan trying to rig a Twitter poll is a testament to how small and petty the guy really is, and Eric July is no different. They're little boys pretending to be men. Them and their whole cult are exactly like catty high school girls. Again, these are people that claim that you're weird because you're a fan of a product that they both made, both of them making comic books, but I digress. We also have Literature Devil. He's a cool dude too. Shout out to him. Don't really understand the sheer animosity towards Isom and Rippaverse. The guy made a comic and was successful. So it wasn't Shakespeare. It was Rippa's first comic. What did detractors expect him to do? Stop making comics because his very first one wasn't Watchmen? Of course, this is right. The animosity stems from him being a successful black man who categorically not of their faith. This destroys the narrative on so many levels. It's a tantamount to heresy. P.S. I think it's obvious, but the faith in question is wokeism. Of course, that's been his observation, because Literature Devil is not... He's not a dumb person. He's very smart. This guy's very intelligent. He does writing for a living. I mean, jeez. Not at all of his animosity. I find it so bad it's hilarious, which, again, you're allowed to have that opinion. It reminds me a lot of Chris Chan's Sonichu. Don't see the comparison. I disagree. People are just laughing at how the ISOM fanboys can't say anything good about it, and they're trying to attack people laughing at it as haters. Well, a lot of the ISOM fanboys have made reviews that saying they like the book. You're just too rose-color blinded to actually go and look for those reviews. This is exactly what people always say, that they can't say anything. They can't say anything good about it, but people on YouTube are pretty much saying good things about it. Not everyone, obviously. You're never going to get every single person to like every single thing. It's just not going to happen. I read those books. ISOM is way better than those. I think that's way over exaggeration in reference to the Sonichu from Chris Chan. People just want to dunk on who they judge as chuds. It's simple. They get their jollies off it. But the biggest part is, of course, Dick Masterson claiming that he gently criticized Eric's comic, which is hilarious because you didn't. You made a bunch of nonsense. This is the same guy, for anyone who's read ISOM 1. This is the guy that one of his criticisms was ISOM putting his hand on Jasmine's shoulder was assault. That is one of the criticisms this man made. Someone gently putting their hand on someone's shoulder is assault. That's not a criticism. That's just stupidity. That's not even a criticism. I gently criticized Eric's comic, gave him helpful story notes. Well, that was one of your story notes. I don't think that was very helpful at all, which you get called out for it. He responded by calling me a crack smoker and the N-word. Well, if the shoe fits, if you act like a crack smoker, you will be called a crack smoker. I wonder if Literature Devil waited for his review because he probably saw the backlash beforehand. If you look back at early reviews that criticize ISOM, you can see the ISOM allies have a problem with it. Maybe that's why he's not being attacked now than an early review. His videos do take a long time. It's true. It is true. Right. This person been trying to say a lot of disgusting things about ISOM and Eric July, right? Successful, loses over half his readers after issue 1. So does every other comic book. This is a misconception that these weirdos always try to put out there, that every other comic book doesn't experience the exact same thing. Revenue drops by over a third, something Eric anticipated early on, because he's realistic and he knows how the comic industry works, unlike you. Eric has the rest of August to sell 25k books. Thank goodness he's selling boxes now. That'll patch that warehouse-shaped hole in his wallet. Dude, he makes money. He has multiple revenue streams. I think he'll be okay. All you're doing is showing that you have no business sense and you don't know anything about the comic industry. Of course, we have Raging Golden Eagle. Shout out to Raging Golden. Actually, this is Toxic Man Baby. This is the guy who is the artist on Blade Devil. The artist on Blade Devil. Nitpickery is helpful. That's funny. It is funny. And for anyone who wants to support Blade Devil, there is a second chance campaign over on Indiegogo for this book. It's very, very good. I've read it. Exciting stuff. I'm waiting for Blade Devil 2 to come out. It's going to be great. It's going to be very good. I feel like it's going to be a great story moving forward. You got your anime art style. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just play the video. I'll just play the video here. You can see the artwork. That's Ashiara, the main hero. More artwork, more artwork, more artwork. Looks really good. So I already have this book, so you can back it here. There's actually a second chance campaign. The original campaign, I think, made like $340,000 or something like that. But yes, and you can sign up on Indiegogo for Blade Devil 2 as well. So apparently, as you know, we're moving on. ASE Presents got his account suspended. No idea how. They just claim that it's, you know, the Rippaverse cultists, because that's what they think all the time. It's like, maybe it wasn't. Maybe he was messing with other people. I have no idea. Effed around, found out. Y'all clowns out here trying to clout chase off of somebody more successful than you. Instead of trying to tear down somebody because they don't share your politics or worldviews, why not focus on yourselves and start creating things? Which is what everybody basically says. Why are you so obsessed with this man? I make videos because I don't like seeing people lie about a creator I like, and I like ISOM, and I've done a review on ISOM 1. I will be doing a review of ISOM 2. I just have to finish reading it. I'm about probably 25 more pages left. Air July stance celebrating Riley's false flagging. I guess, but he didn't really show that. Interesting. Apparently, I'm not the only person Air July has made thinly veiled threats of violence toward. Yeah, and this is a video by actual fandom. We're gonna really listen to a dude who called Air July an ape word. He called them a chunky monkey. We're gonna listen to that guy. We're gonna listen to that guy who one of the people he hangs around with has called him that famous uncle. Multiple people actually that he hangs around with have called Air July that famous uncle, and actual fandom has always shown himself to claim to be this white savior for the fandom and all this other nonsense. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that guy, which he pulls up this video, right? He pulls up this video where Air July talks about Bob wanting to tell black people that they're not black, essentially, that they should hate certain things because they're black or whatever. And then the quote unquote threat was Air July saying, you shouldn't be saying that to people. You don't know who you're going to be saying it to, because you might F around and find out when you say the wrong thing to the wrong people. It ain't going to be him. And this whole pull up thing is, they think that saying pull up is a threat. No, that's a conversation. That's slang for we'll have a conversation, not I want to do anything to you. And him and Eric essentially saying he'll be defending himself, right? Because apparently carrying and defending and having something to defend yourself with is somehow bad, right? That's somehow bad. It's such a weird thing. It's a very weird thing that apparently you can't defend yourself. You can't have something to defend yourself, or you're issuing a threat. We also had Bob himself still complaining about an ISOM 1 fight scene, which a very well done video by Rippaverse Goalposts was made. Go check him out on Twitter, go check him out on YouTube, and watch that video as he goes through it. And goes through a bunch of people talking about it. Overall, what did the Fats gain from talking about me, still talking about me, and again typing weird 5-year-old children thumbnails? What did you gain? Nothing. You gained no growth. You still gained no subscribers. You gained no additional views, really, because all your views are stagnant. You have over 100k subs. You can't even muster up 10k views a day. Where me, as always, I'm always growing, and I'm still working on monetization. So when I'm monetized, it's going to be a whole different ball game. So at the end of it all, continue to say this, the quiet part out loud. Continue to do the nonsense that you're going to continue to do. Continue to send, or not, I should say, yeah, you know what? Continue to be a piece of garbage. Continue to show that your community is terrible, while I continue to show my community is great. And they don't do the heinous things that your community does, while my community is more intelligent than yours. I'm sorry. They just are. But I'm going to end the video there, guys. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button, comment below what you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that we get notifications anytime I post a new video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.